Hello students, your instructor again, John Medula with another screencast. This one I'm in Adobe Premiere Pro, as you can see up here. So if you're doing a video, you can certainly do 3D effects or fake 3D effects in here. Before I'd animated my name, so it just simply went from there to there, and to do that I had created a title, if you can remember. And to do that I went to title, new title, and I just went to default still. Roll and crawl, that's like credits or the news information you see at the bottom of the screen. You just want still if you want to have more control over it. And you can edit it and it'll appear over here in your project panel. You can just drag it down to the timeline as you desire. Like I can even drag this down again if I want. I don't, but oops. So I can just click on this and delete that. But anyway, so now I've got this in here, and alright, so I've got this here, and I animated this last time, so it just goes left to right, and the only thing I've really done is I've opened up the motion here, and hit the stopwatch that allows me to set keyframes, and then I just adjusted the position of different keyframes here. This one stays here again, so it pauses, then it goes back out. So I'm going to keep those keyframes intact, but now what I can do is, if I want to have like fake 3D, what I could do is simply adjust the scale of it. So maybe at this point I'm going to hit the stopwatch for scale, that's just size, and make it really big, like that. Now, it's going to stay that big the whole time, so if I want it to look like it becomes big, then at this point I'm going to have to create a scale that's smaller, and it's off the screen, so we have to imagine it's over here somewhere, it's really small. And then over here, so it's going to get big, and then over here, let's make it small again, so it'll go below 100%. And so now, if we were to play this through, you can see it gets really big, it gets small like that. So that's one way to do it. That's like the fake 3D way to do it. If you wanted a more true 3D, what we could do is we could just hit the stopwatch by scale. It says delete the existing keyframes. You want to continue. In this case, yes, we want to delete those keyframes. We'll keep the position ones, but now what I can do is go to my effects panel, which if you don't see it, just go to Window, Effects, and it'll appear somewhere in your layout. I have mine down the bottom left, yours may be top or the right or what have you. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to type in 3D. This is the fastest way to look for effects. Instead of trying to remember exactly what they're called, just type in something and you know what it's similar to. Anyway, I got this, and I can drag it either onto here or into the effect controls panel. It's kind of a stack of effects. And I can actually close up motion since I don't need to change those, and I can open up basic 3D. And I'm going to take this here, let's say at this keyframe right there, first one where it gets into the scene, I can hit the stopwatch here, and I'm going to toggle it a little bit so you can see, or swivel it, you can see it's almost like a gate door. Right? Maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger. So I can swivel this like that. So I'll just go with this. And then I'll go to this keyframe. And I'm going to swivel it back the other way. Alright. Now I'm going to go back to this keyframe here. And adjust the tilt on this. So it's kind of like this. And if I go here, what's nice, I don't need to let's say I want to leave it like that, so it's kind of adjusting, or maybe it's like, you know what, tilt that back over like that. That's fine. Now, this one's called distance. It's basically the distance it is to us. So that's kind of like adjusting scale, but it's actually physical 3D distance. So what we're going to do here is, I'm going to drag the playhead all the way to the left, the very, very first keyframe. Hit that, so it creates a 0 distance at 0 time. Then at this point, so I'm going to split the difference in these keyframes. I'm going to make the distance, oh, I lost it, like this. You have to be very careful, it's going to be pretty touchy. And that creates keyframe, and then over here, I'm going to set this distance back to 0. No, didn't like that. Let's create a keyframe there. So we see it comes in like that. That's how you adjust 3D.